Good morning, Gaithersburg High School. This is Ayel Benegas with your Trojan News. Today is Friday, February 26, 2016. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
This week, Andrea got the opportunity to explore student thoughts on travel. Here's episode 1 of a 4-part series.
This week I got to talk to some students about travel, about where they'd like to go and what they'd like to see. Here are just some responses to the age-old question of, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I would go to Korea.
I'd probably go to Africa.
I'd really love to go to Milan.
Los Angeles.
When talking about their ideal destinations, I discovered that some people prefer an exciting change.
I've heard people of going there and having culture shock, so you would have to adjust, so I kind of want to do that, you know.
While some people prefer quieter reasons to cross the globe, like beautiful new scenery and exotic wildlife.
I'd probably go to Africa because the animals there are so exciting and there's so many different environments, so it'd be cool to see that.
Compared to the rest of the world, our town might seem pretty small. I asked a couple would-be globetrotters whether after seeing the world, they'd ever like to come back and call this place home once again.
Yeah, I would come back to visit family.
Well, you wouldn't come back here and live here and like settle down?
No, I wouldn't come back and live here. I think I've had enough of the weather in Maryland, so.
Yeah, probably, because I mean, if it doesn't work out, I'm probably gonna come back here and like be at peace with my friends and stuff.
I'd probably like to come back and definitely visit family, but I don't know if I'd want to live here my whole life.
I'd love to stay here. I mean, it's just I've grown up here, I'm used to it, and just moving to a completely different place that I'm not so used to, it would just take a lot to adapt to. I mean, I could adapt, but it's just I know so many people here. It's something I'm used to. I just love this place.
The world is full of incredible sights and people. So whether you're in it for the long run or just to get a glimpse of something new, there is something to be said about seeing it up close, live, and in person. This is Andrea Duran reporting for Trojan News.
Now here's a message from the student member of the board.
Hey everybody! As we've been engaged in deep budget discussions over the past few weeks, we have realized the strong foundation that Mr. Bauer's proposed budget created. However, more must be done than simply create a foundation. Together, it is time to move forward, which is why I supported an additional budget request last week to increase the number of teachers, psychologists, and counselors in our schools to provide the services that we deserve and finally lower skyrocketing class sizes. The requested enhancements also expanded technology, increased starts opportunities, and continued our focus on closing the achievement gap. The board also took positions on pieces of legislation. At the last few meetings, I stood with you and voted against the majority of my board colleagues to voice our student support of a bill that would open the door for 16-year-olds to vote in Board of Education elections, and another bill to limit testing time to 2% of our classroom instruction. Thanks for listening.
And that's all for today's Trojan News. Have a great weekend and stay safe.